Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. The thumbnail was actually the police blocking off the way to the allotment, just to explain that one. So today we're going to plant garlic. The variety I'm planting is Solent Wight, nice big cloves. So I think I got, it was advertised as 40 for £8.99. I've already sorted through them all. I've not got one that's I need to throw away. They're all mostly about that size, and I think I've got about 50ish. So to grow successful garlic, you've got to have a couple of factors involved. One, they're quite nitrogen hungry, so I'm going to be planting them in the ground in two positions. One, I had peas in. Another one, I had peas and beans in. Now, peas and beans actually deposit nitrogen into the soil. I'm also going to add some bloodfish and bone just to give them an extra boost. And the third place I'm going to grow them is in a container. Now, I'm going for the soft neck because they store easier. And these ones here are supposed to be suited for the British climate. So let's hope that's true and we get some good results. So anyway, I'll crack on with the preparation work and the planting, and I'll talk about spacing, etc. just shortly. So before we get on to the preparation work, I just want to show you my latest purchase. It's a nice slimline trowel, and it's got the measurements. If you're anything like me and you have to end up getting a tape measure out because you're not quite sure if it's the right size, that goes up to 4 inches or 10 centimetres. So it's quite handy for planting things like the garlic. I think it was only $4.99 or something off Amazon. So I think for the money it was pretty good. So now let's go into the spacings and actually getting the garlic in the ground. So for the first bed I've prepared, this had peas in it earlier in the season. So with garlic, you plant them 2 times the size of the clove. So they're 1 inch, so the holes are like 2 inches. And I know it's pretty obvious that one's starting to shoot, but the flat end is the root end, and that's the sprouting end. And with these white bits, if they're quite loose and flaky, just take them off. So I prepared these holes earlier. I've got 15 in this bed. I wouldn't worry too much about the size of the cloves. I just put them in, and like everything else, if it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This soil is relatively well draining. This garlic doesn't like to sit in water, same as onions. Remember, these flaky bits, if they come off, just get rid of them. So the spacing I use is 4 inches between the cloves. The spacing between the rows is recommended at 18 inches, but I sort of do about 12. And you'll see in a second in the container, then I'm a wee bit closer, but I think it'll just result in smaller bulbs. It's because I've got, it's not a massive allotment, try and cram things in within reason. If you've got the space, try the 18 inches between the rows, 4 inches between the cloves, It's fine. Remember, if you, whatever size your garlic is, as I said before, twice the length, so these ones are an inch long, so the holes are 2 inches deep. So like I said, I've put these a wee bit closer. See how they go. Really good compost in this, and I had some broad beans, a broad bean, 3 stems coming off it that I just left in, and I did cut it off of the stems. Just plainly put it in here just to add to the seed collecting, just let the seeds dry out. So there was a couple of tomato plants beside it. I'm not too sure what they'll have done to the soil, but I'm hoping there'll be deposits of nitrogen in here, which garlic really loves. But I will be feeding them, not at the moment, with my nettle tea, which is just nettles fermented in water, which is really rich in nitrogen. But at the moment, this time of year, it's all about establishing a root system, because they're really not going to do much over the winter. I'll also give these a mulch with leaves once they start to show a wee bit. Same as the overwintering onions I've got planted. One of the weird cloves, just stick that in the corner there. It gives us 10 in there. There's 25 in total. And then onto the last bed. This is the broad beans in it. So that would be 39 in total. I bought these as a 40. So I'll probably plant them in front of the lakes, just here. Which I was going to leave this bit here, just to use up the ground really. So that's it for the garlic video. Just a recap. What I do, twice the depth of the bulb. So if it's an inch, which mine's are, they're doing 2 inches. 4 inches apart, which is pretty standard. If you Google, it'll tell you 18 inches between rows. I don't have a massive allotment, so I'd go for 12 inches. I think that's alright. As long as you can get a hole in between for weeding, I can't see any problem. So anyway, the next one I'm going to do, next video, will probably be a bit then a hugelkultur, no dig, raised bed, which I think most people find very interesting. They're very cheap today. You more or less pack them out with items you can pick up, you know, locally for free. They've got great nutritional value. There's actually a reason that they heat up the soil, but if you want to see all that in more detail, tune in for the next video. And thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for everybody that's subscribed, all my supporters. It's all very much appreciated. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.